Good morning, world. Top of the morning, close to the top. We're close to the top of the range here in Q. Am I right? If I can want this to sound, y'all, and I have unfortunately uh spent a lot of my morning talking to TopStep support. Fortunately, unfortunately, I'm going to say fortunately because it's been going very well. Trying to get an account reinstated that we lost yesterday. When the TopStep data feed froze while we were in a trade, I stupidly added in the thinking that it would help bring my average down and I could exit, but then everything was frozen. So it was frozen for about 90 seconds. I don't know if that's enough for them to feel responsible to help a young trader out, but we're gonna try. So I submitted. That's why a great reason to be recording, honestly, and that's one thing that the stream has potentially given me. I now have recourse. I have the ability um provide evidence when platform error arise. This is a thing that happens. Platform errors. We are working with technology, unfortunately, and it's our job to hold prop firms to account and make sure that they are abiding by their rules as much as we abide by their, and honor that maybe their data feed sometimes breaks for 90 seconds, 2 minutes at a time while someone is in a trade and it costs them a combine, which is unfortunate. And sure they would also agree, but hopefully they agree to the extent that they'll solid do a dude a solid and help him get his combine back. Because we're in a state where we are not throwing money at this market anymore, even though the market is up almost 2% today, 1.6 at the moment. We are not we have not found the bottom. And I'll explain all of this in a little bit. Let's jump into bump this up a little bit. Let's have a party. All right, how are we looking? That should sound much better. And I will not be talking directly into the microphone like that, even though I always wanted to be a radio DJ. That's not what we're here to do. I am a trader, among other things. I've been a TV producer, I've been an editor, I've been a shooter, filmer, director, writer. Done pretty much everything one can do behind a camera or behind an editing deck. But new trader. I'm a baby trader. I've only been doing this for like 3 years. And just like babies, I suck. Babies are terrible. Babies suck at life. This is a thing that if you've never had kids, you probably don't know. But when they're little, they're so cute and sweet and squishy, but they suck at everything. And in fact, they just whine and complain about how much they suck at everything because they need you. It's very life affirming when you're a parent, but it also will suck the life out of you, much like this market has for me in this year. So in my third year of trading now, last year had quite a bit of success, ups and downs though. And honestly, the psychological game of trading is where I'm focused this year. Not going great, but I'm focused there to not do damage to myself like happened last year. I had a crazy year of ups and downs. I made six figures in January of 2025 and then promptly lost it as the market got liquidated in March and April. Built back from April, almost back to the same area where I was in the P&L. Got moved to live on Elite Trader Funding, got moved to live in TopStep. Things were going great. Took about 50K out of prop firms. And then in October 10th specifically, I'm sure you all remember that fateful day. Then following in November, after a bad NVIDIA situation, basically I built my P&L up all year last year, along with the market. Ups, downs, hit all-time highs even, but didn't hold it. And now, since then, I've not been able to return to those levels. I've just been in the grind, just as the market has. The market's been going down, I've been going down. It's not, I hate that I'm attached to the ebbs and flows of the market. My P&L should be independent of that, and that's something I still need to learn to do. So I'm a baby trader. I suck. I'm terrible at trading, but you know, I may be like a toddler at trading. I can move around. I have my feet under me. I can toddle in and out of trades, but also if you leave me to my own devices, I will toddle myself into a goddamn jet engine. So we're gonna be easy this week. We already had a lot of issues yesterday on a very exciting Monday where we blew up all of our accounts. Yeah, even that Lucid one, it was up by when I left the stream. I definitely went on tilt after the TopStep freeze on an account that I had passed. It was a total error of all sorts, errors left and right. Should not have been trading at all after that. Blew up all my accounts. So I currently have a couple of evals. I got one TopStep that was left over from yesterday's chaos, and pretty much the only account that I have left. And I have a MyFundedFutures back in the MFFU world after a few days off. I have a MyFundedFutures Flex account. Chat. All right, let's bring up some charts. And I don't like them on that side. Let's see here. One day we'll figure out how to get some music on this stream. Matter of fact. Get all this out of here. All right, I have a tickle in my nose from a runny nose from a lingering cold from my children. Let's get these charts updated. Let's get it in the OBS. I want to restart your capture. There we are. Hey, that looks different. Quick shuffle shuffle. Boop. Now we can put some charts all over the screen. Still a little too. That's more my natural situation. And then we can, let's see. That one. There we are. Okay. Things are happening. No. Start a new one then. Looking for. Oh, okay. Too big. All right, now we're getting somewhere. Need all of that business, but we can use a lot of it. Okay. Let's crop that bad boy up a little bit, make it a little easier to work with. There we go. There we go. Okay, you can see my DOM. You can see. Oh, you cannot see the P&L. Excuse me. Let's fix that. That looks better. Now you can see the P&L. Very good. And what should go up in that corner? Huh. All right, we'll figure out what that top corner is for. For right now, let's add a image. It's gonna be just a logo. Thanks for bearing with me on all this. The market is a little sketchy right now. It's kind of retesting the prior day high. You can see it with that green line over on the 3-up chart. And let's go to... Whoa, that was a big one. We don't want it to be that big. This will work. I just nudge you, nudge. Okay, that looks pretty good. It's a start. So this is a baby. I'm a baby trader. This is a baby channel. Let's go over to the charts. We're checking out the prior day high right here. This would be an excellent place to enter in another short. Check out what happened last time we were here. Look at that really skinny hanging man. Watching the VIX retesting the lows of the day. This is also a previous pivot. You can recall this was an SR flip from, like Thursday of last week, which I thought was the bottom. Wouldn't be surprised to see a bounce. A bounce. A VIX bounce. A bounce. Now, prior day high test. Let's see what happened. VIX is really what I'm looking at here. Oil, it's our third chart. I don't know that I love looking at oil right now. It's crashed overnight. This is Monday at 7 p.m. We got some war news. It brought us from the highs of around 107-ish. You know what? Let's just throw a line up here for the high-ish. Got a couple wicks over it, but that's really where I would put the high. And then we had a second high right there. So those are our other pivots. Down here, big support in the 100 area. So frankly, until oil gets under 100, this chart's not going to be that illuminating to us. This is on the 5-minute. You can see we're actually just kind of chopping as we chop up here, consolidating. Check out that gravestone doji. Should we go short? I'm a little tempted to go short. Yeah, I'm going short. Filled. I think we get extension to the downside now. There were even more sellers the second time. Let's find out. We're up 81 on this combine so far. And I'm curious if the VIX is going to get a bounce. I'm watching UVXY tinkering around the prior day low, and it could easily just bloom up above it. There it is. That's the short that we wanted. Stop and break even. Stop and profit. Moving your stop to profit, I think, is a key here, and one which I'm going to do more of, frankly, because the market is whipsaw right now. Like, check out the bottom wicks off the EMAs right here. This is off the 200. Excuse me. Did get a little bounce on the VIX. Order filled. Oh, there's the stop hit. That's okay. That was $9. That's demonstrating a trade. This is a tricky place to be trading from. Feeling good about being up $91. We also have $68 on this flex, this old rebuild flex over here. You can actually see the chart even better here in Tradeovate. Like, look at that gravestone doji. It's going to take a lot of buyers to get over here because they were certainly not here 4 minutes ago. So something's going to have to change. We either got to break through this level on the VIX. I guess I'll leave oil here because oil could be the other catalyst that breaks down. If oil breaks all the way down, we could get over prior day high, but I think we are at the high of the day. Until VIX or oil gives me a more convincing breakdown. This is on the 5, this is the 5, this is the 5. 5 minutes all the way across. The market is getting a bounce. That is the bounce that stopped us out at the top of this wick right here. Because I was late to the short, even though I called it out, I was still futzing around with OBS. But that's okay. Baby trader, baby channel. Welcome to the nursery. Hope you're having fun. I know I'm trying. Not always fun when you're losing all the time, but it is educational. Because eventually you say, man, I'm going to stop doing that. That hurts. Gives me a tummy ache. I'll get more into the tummy ache index another day. Today's not going to be the longest day of streaming. Part of my new strategy to manage this very difficult time in the world and time in the market is I'm going to do less. This is a great time to do less. That's why I spend a little extra time on the layout, which I'm enjoying. I don't love this corner kind of bumping into me here. I think we could do better. Anyways, watching VIX, watching oil. I still think VIX can bounce on this pivot. It's a great place to short from. I'm not going to engage in the short again because I'm not seeing what I really need to see, which would be a boom or a boom and a crash. We got stopped out of our short earlier. I'm just going to sit and watch now because we could easily squeeze through the prior day high. This is a thing that can happen. Again, we get a better breakdown in oil and a better breakdown in VIX, and this thing will fly. Again, last week we did 1,000 points on Monday. Sold off from that the rest of the week, but so far on our Monday tweet only got us like 200. There's a prior day high test. Will it bust? Will it break through? Will VIX break through? UVXY getting a little rejection here. Oil's chart seems frozen. 102.54. Again, the top wick is encouraging in oil. It needs to turn red and fall if we're really going to have continuation to the upside. This is where VIX has bounced multiple times so far today. On a normal day, I'd be tempted to chase this long, seeing how VIX is under the pre-market low. I don't trust this market one bit. Not one bit. Oil green, VIX red. Disagreement. When they are in agreement, there's the VIX bounce. There's the short again. How far will it go? So we see oil and VIX both working together to take away all your money. Unless, you know, you're really enjoying this chop up here, where we are chopped in a this is a 80 point, 90 point range all day after this big bump up, which is where I got a little bit of my gains in my evals. To be back in the evals. Still looking at the gravestone doji on the 1 minute even. Watch this. Look at that one. That's a gravestone. On the 1 and the 2. Separately. The 2 minute. I don't care about your Easter. Go away. Okay. Gravestone doji on the 2 minute occurred exactly off of prior day high at 10:18 a.m. And right here at 10:24 a.m., 6 minutes later, another gravestone doji off of the prior day high retest. None of this is overly bullish to me. But again, this VIX under this line, you know what? Let's go ahead and just put a line here for posterity, knowing that we probably can delete it. This is where the SR flip would be on oil. VIX and oil will both need to SR flip something serious to get over this prior day high, which again, as I told you, it came off of a tweet, I think. Let's just cruise back in time through the overnights where we were mostly down around Friday's bottom. Oh, we were under Friday's bottom. We made new lows overnight. Same theme as last week, where we seemed to bounce at the end of the session. Seemed to bounce at the end of the session. This is at 3:35 p.m. up to about 3:50 p.m. at a not a bad bounce. Not a bad bounce. How do we do? There it is. That was a 140-ish point bounce yesterday afternoon. I was not trading at that point. VIX starting to break under the level. Oil under the level. Go back to okay, anyways, we're back to prior day high. We're watching it over here, but I wanted to show you where that high happened yesterday. In the pre-market off a fucking tweet. This is the world we live in right now. We sold off the rest of the day from this level. Breaking it would take quite a bit of action, quite a bit of work to break through this level. I want to see mega volume. I want to see mega dumpage across here. And until I see that, I will not be chasing this long. But I'm prepared if I see what I want to see. I like the top wick on oil on the 5. Let's jump down to the shorter time frame to see if we can catch an entry here on the 2 minutes all across the world. 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. There's that prior day high tap. Here is the VIX and oil maybe breaking down. Nope. Didn't get that push through yet. Let us see what's happening on the TopStep chart. I like TopStep X. I like the way the chart looks. It's real easy on the eyes. You know what I mean? TopStep is like that trophy wife that you love to trot out to make a statement, look good on a stream, but she's problematic a little bit. Sometimes you got to take her in the shop and get her work done. Just the way life is. The VIX is getting below my 27.27. Interesting. Seeing a bottom wick form, though. Again, that's the 2 minute. Let me give you a little more detail there. Check out the bottom wick. This could easily bounce above the levels. But again, we're going to see a big volume push. This is on the 2 minute here, so the volume is real. The 1 minute volume can be misleading. Oh, here goes VIX. Will we get the push? I'm prepared to buy if we get a big push here. UVXY has a bottom wick. VIX, there's the bottom wick. There's the top wick on the prior day high test. The tick is looking good. I will give it that. Tick is high. There goes UVXY to the downside. VIX gapped down a little bit. Oil
Order
down.
filled.
All right, this is where I chased the long for a prior day high breakout. Will we get it? Or is this all for nothing and this is actually just still selling off from the Trump tweet from yesterday in pre-market? Let's find out. See, the VIX gapping down is a decent sign. Oil pushed down and then pushed back up. Not a good sign. Stop is in at the bottom of this range. We're risking $58. We'll see what happens. Let me drag that up so you can see it better. Seeing some green here in the VIX. Yikes! Oil, though, got the push down that I wanted. VIX just filled the gap that it made. It's back to 25.25. This could be a 27.27 test from below, as it is the pivot. UVXY did not put in the bounce that the VIX did, which I find very curious. Currently down $15 on our position. Considering adding off an EMA tap. Oil's getting a nice dip. 102.50 is an interesting psychological level for oil. Seeing this 102.50 get tested and then get bounced. Not adding. This could be the tippity top of the day. That was my first thesis. The VIX went down. The oil went down. Will the market go up? VIX back over my level. This is not great. We need to see it reject.
Order filled.
29. Stopped out. Oh, and then they bounced
Order
it.
filled.
All right, I'm back in. I'm back in. They stopped me out. Again, that was a $53 loss, but I think it's actually the VIX rejection point. Oil's definitely behaving.
Order
I'm taking
filled.
out one. That was a $10, $15 profit. The other one's at break even. Because look at that VIX candle. I'm going to add to
Order
this.
filled.
Oh, but VIX did not fulfill that top wick on the 2-minute. Oil is doing what I wanted it to do. There we go. There we go. Can we get the breakout? Doesn't seem like it. All right,
Order filled.
I'm out for one. Still have the add at the bottom of this long wick. Not loving what I'm seeing from the VIX. I want to see it back below my line. I like what I'm seeing from oil under that 102.50 psychological level. We make a breakdown for 102, and maybe the VIX gets back under our line, and then we can get the breakout over the prior day high. But right now, clearly, we are longing into resistance. Risky business. Stop at break even. Let's see what happens. Wait, is it going to happen? Oil heading towards 102. We just almost tapped the high of the day. Almost. There it is. Tap, 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 tap. We're breaking out. We're breaking out. We're breaking out. Don't top wick us. We're not breaking out. Come on, let's go. Everybody wants it.
Order filled.
Golly. Golly. That was a break even stop. It did not go. It did not go. Still riding the EMA. Is it enough? It was the volume that I wanted to break through, but it didn't. It got rejected. The VIX got a bounce. UVXY still probing that pre-market low. If I see the UVXY break down a little further, I'm going to
order filled.
Get back in like I just did. Let's get this breakout. Come on, market. You've been hurting everybody for so long. Make somebody feel good. Give us a new high. This gives us a green on a very important like daily, weekly level. Watch this. I'm over here in the weekly candle. It's only Tuesday. It's nice if we could have like hit some kind of a bottom and then we could retrace into these top wicks. Ouch, those weeklies are horrible. Nice bottom wick on the monthly candle. So I don't know that we go much lower than yesterday's low. We'll see. We are up here at the highs. VIX not doing what I wanted to do. Oil back at the 102.50 range.
Order filled.
Okay, added one. This is not moving in the direction that I wanted. We're gonna put some stops in. Don't know if we're gonna get the breakout. The volume was promising. On the 2-minute. And there's the UVXY big push up. Got some immediate rejection, which I like to see. VIX getting a little bit of a gap up.
Order filled.
All right, I added close to the stop, which is a big EMA test. We've been holding this EMA thus far. Hopefully the VIX fixes itself. Okay, UVXY got the rejection. It was just a little false breakout on the UVXY. It's good news. All right, I'm getting ready to just flatten out here because we rejected off of the top EMA. are we doing? What are we doing?
Order filled.
That is an L. Down 200. Totally manageable. Mistimed that VIX, didn't we? It was a short, after all. And we're once again selling from a Fugazi pump. The VIX is not convinced. Oil, not convinced. Getting all the bounces that they could have dreamed of. Ones that were our nightmare. Okay, oil at equal highs of this little flag here. Let's see where it goes. Projection could be fun. UVXY is jamming. Okay, we're at a pivot. Okay, let's see what's up. Oh man. Sorry, I gotta do a quick little bit of business over here for Matt's stream, where I am a mod. And I am in need of some accounts, so. Okay, back to the trading. It was a short. Nothing about this is bullish. Oh, I was about to say nothing about this is bullish. This could just be a mechanical bounce. And it was an EMA test. EMAs are starting to point down. Unless we see a big reversal in VIX or oil, we're heading down. Again, not streaming too long today because I feel pretty garbagey. And I'm going to do some stuff. Okay, we are pausing and waiting. Bring this up to where you can really understand it. If we interact with these lower EMAs, I would be tempted to interact. UXY has an interesting topping pattern. All right, I'm in. Like this pattern right here. And I would love to see VIX come test this line one more time. Just the rejection off the EMA stack. Testing the bottom of that wick. VIX put it in again. Interesting topping pattern. And it's hitting VWAP now. Be an interesting place to reject from. Okay, I'm long 5 MNQs from this bottom here. I still think we get a decent enough bounce off of it. Seeing a top wick on oil. UVXY still pushing. Stop in for about 350. Okay, starting to get the pop that I wanted to see. Love to see a topping look on oil here. VIX not getting the topping action that I wanted to see. Do you like what I'm seeing off of the UVXY chart? Nope, not anymore. Size down. Size down.
Order filled. Order filled.
All right. Moving my stop down a little bit.
Order filled.
Definitely an M pattern here.
Order filled.
Okay. In the bounce. UVXY also getting the bounce. It's going to test an EMA one more time. I don't want it to continue. Okay, I'm enjoying the bottom wick that I'm seeing here on the 1 minute, or on the 2 minute rather. The 1 minute is not agreeing as much. Long 7 now. I'm going to risk this middle EMA, which I think is actually just the VWAP. Okay. Like the rejection I saw on oil there. Like the bottoming look of this pattern, we just cannot go below this wick and EMA. I will size down if we start to fall. All right, I longed one more off the EMA tap. That's a strong EMA right there. Oil and VIX both getting a push. And the bounce that I wanted so far. That's good news. All right, I'm moving my stop up in case this knifes from here. If the UVXY breaks out of its range, this is the VIX range. If we break above here, this will be a short bounce. Could just be a 28 test on VIX. Seeing the red on the VIX, like seeing the green on the chart. Come on, let's push it. Oh man. There we go. Oh, we wicked off of the EMA above. Didn't get a chance to exit any. Okay, saw an initial rejection off the UVXY and saw a little bit of red here on the VIX, but so far it is not getting the breakdown that we wanted. Sizing down, sizing down, sizing down, sizing down. Seeing a VIX breakout potentially. All right, I've moved my cost basis a bit lower because I still think we get the bounce from this area. We just got to see VIX and oil start to agree on that. Let's give it. Let's get it. There's the VIX rejection. Nope. Come on. VIX is getting a little spicy. Okay, this is where we want to see the VIX reject, up here at this range. See the W on the VIX and the M on the market. Not getting the rejection. 28 test on the VIX. Gotta get a bounce here. There's the bounce. Okay, it's a little risky to move the stop up here because it can get filled poorly. There we go. Okay, liking the bounce. I need to get some follow through. If we start to go below that EMA, I will start to exit. Okay, stopped out. Crazy stop hunt on that. Certainly got me. That's what I was telling you about the careful with the stop losses. Still pushing down. This might blow us. I like the bottom wick off the 430s. Added one more at 430s. All right, let's get this bounce here. The 27 here. That's where I've been adding. Must bounce, or this account is done for. Again, they wicked me out and blew it. Okay. Okay. I want this trade. I want it bad. All right, I'm in 2 minis from 419 in my funded futures. Dang, that was a crazy sell-off. Really want to see a bounce here off these EMAs. All right, I like the bottom wick that I'm seeing here in Tradevate. Don't know if y'all can see that. Yes, you can. Really risky to long this bottom, but these EMAs have got to give us a bounce here at the bottom of the range. Okay, like the top wick on oil off the 104s. Now we're seeing the bounce. Let's get some green on here. Look at all these red candles. It's horrible. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, I took off 2 there for a big L. Driving lower. Added. That's just trying to protect the account and get a lower cost basis for what I think is going to be an epic bounce. Oh man, we are diving. Buyers need to step in here. Nope, they did not. Broke through all supports. Dang. And that is it. That's it for the day. Switch over to my practice account over here. We can paper trade this now. That's the bounce that I wanted. Oh, there's that VIX top wick that I wanted to see off of a 29 test or 2840-ish test. Okay, this is a bottoming pattern occurring here. We should get that's the big bounce that I was waiting for. Just sized too big. So I got to do a quick QR scan to get into my. I was on an MNQ chart. That's funny. Let's just flatten this because I want it to be in NQs.
Order filled.
All right, $13 loss. Bad news out of Iran. Just killed all my accounts, motherfuckers.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
There we go. That was this bounce that I've been waiting for this whole freaking time. After I missed the short off the top, I'm just waiting for any kind of a retrace.
Order filled.
Out of 1,
Order filled.
out of 2, these EMAs up here are going to be tricky. All right, we're staying long. Still think this bounce has some legs. Got to get above these EMAs over here. Man, that bounce was a long time coming. Go check around the market. Oil, a little bit of a new high. Didn't quite hit the prior day high. Hit somewhere in the middle. That was a weird little breakout. That was news driven. Silver took a dip there, but is now getting a bounce back up. Same with gold. Still kind of bull flagging, honestly, but could set up a pretty nasty head and shoulders. All right, I like the win we're seeing here. I'm gonna go ahead and exit. Okay. Took some profit there. That was good. It's a good trade. Nvidia got a really decent bounce off the prior day low. I like that. Okay, if we get above this 430, we can get a quick push to 60s. So I'm ready to jump into that. Okay, it was a pre-market high rejection on the UVXY. We like that. Hey, let's go up to 60s. Come on top wicket. There we go. Out of 1. Out of 2. Okay. Now we go over to the MNQs to finish out this day on the combine. Oh, look at the top wick. This is why I exited. I knew these EMAs would be tricky over here.
the 10 back to 4. Okay. So
Now we got some Trump talking.
started.
Only need about 93 more dollars.
Yo. Takes a words. There's futures teeth. Rolling. Possible. Low.
All right, guys. We re-upped at MyFundedFutures. Let's get into the MNQs because we got burned on the biggies. We did make it up to the 60s as I had expected. Seeing a UVXY bounce that's pretty fishy. VIX has a bunch of gaps left up there. Okay, oil's getting the dump.
Order filled.
Wow, we got a quick push and a quick rejection off the EMA. Okay, I'm liking this push back up. Get some green on the board.
Order filled. Order filled. Filled.
Against you.
Like seeing the VIX did not put in a bounce there.
Filled. Top
Okay,
filled.
stopped out. We're at $46.30. Put some green on the board on. This is a 50K rapid. This is one of my favorite accounts in all the land. I longed again because we broke above the EMA. As long as we don't top wick up, we're going to continue up, maybe to test this little shoulder right here. Shoulder over here in the 500s. Looking for a 500 test. Not one, not two, out three on the push, out four on the push, and flat.
Order filled.
Still seeing VIX breaking down.
Order filled.
That's good news.
Order filled.
And there's the 500 test. Got it. Got that 500 tap. That's a nice exit. All right. I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be back momentarily. Oh, look at that push over 500. That's a bit unexpected. Maybe 540. And we're back. Look at that rejection off the 500s. Glad I exited. 119 up on that account. All right. How much of that doorway can you guys see? Can you see where I went? Nah. We're good. Don't love the top wick on NVIDIA. Let's see what silver's up to. I have a personal interest in this. 74. Could be setting up the head and shoulders just like the market. I mean, like if you have a double-headed double shoulder. All right, folks. That was a 500 test and reject. Let's see what happens next. Do love the rejection on VIX, but we're still above my 27.27 pivot. Oil, fucking pushing up high. Sheesh. This is attempting to best the pre-market high. Yikes. Big yikes over here. Not great for the market. This bounce, I think, might be short-lived. We're going to play it extra safe. I'm seeing UVXY with a little pop, too. If I see top wickage off like 104.50, I will re-engage in long, but I'm seeing green on the VIX. This is one of those times where they rotate. Let's push up oil, then we push up the VIX, then we push up the oil, then we push up the VIX, and we push it all up, we push it all up, and then it all sort of is climbing on you while you're not paying attention, and your long position is getting munched. All right. Probably stream for like maybe 10 or 15 more minutes. Let's see if we can get this this top step over to where we want it to be. Let's get it over to 1500. Let's get just a quick $97. We'll do this.
Bigger. And now my 20 is all here.
Okay, seeing an EMA cross happening here, is it going to push us up or down? Still in the MNQs. We don't need a lot. We just need $90. It would need to bounce off of that EMA stack. All right, I'm engaged in two MNQs from the EMA stack on the 2-minute. Sure, this is all updating. Yep. That's what we're looking at. Just heard a ding. Got my attention. I thought I was flat. I am. That ding was from someone else. Somebody else dinged in my ear. Yikes. Okay. That's a good push. I'm out of one in case we actually just reject again up here. Stop at break even. Only need $70 more on that account. I like this push that I'm seeing. UVXY got a nice top wick rejection. Do I chase? Question. I don't think I do. Because again, we could still just be forming a weird right shoulder of a skinny two-headed creature. I wonder if I can draw that for you. Oh, my drawing situation's not working at the moment. Sorry, guys. But if you can just kind of imagine. This is the shoulder here. It's a terrible drawing. All right, I'm gonna take this profit in case my weird monster is accurate. $40 to go on this top step, and then we'll call it a day. Okay, okay. Seeing a cool rejection on the VIX. I'm gonna get rid of my drawing over here. Okay, let's just get rid of it.
So it like rolls like a half pipe skating. So in reality, and all you're doing is
Okay.
each time you trade, you're just moving your
That was a nice exit from the trade over here. Long from here to here. Could see a breakout still. Got to get above this little area right here, and then there's another one at 36. So it's 20 point range there. That's all I would really need for my 40 bucks. But I tell you why I'm not going to take this long. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that little Vixie being a little stinker. Bottom wick above pivot does not encourage me to go long. Oh, I see a dump in oil. I see that dump. I'm in too. Ugh, sorry, I'm trying to get a drink of water. We are above target on TopStep. Deal with that in a moment. Okay, let's figure out what to do here. We only needed one. We took two. We're gonna be $70 above where we want to be. That's okay. See that VIX just gapping down. It was a tough chase. Let's get a little green and get out of here. Okay, good. That's profit-ish. No, 106. No, not that profity. I think I actually want to start to think about building a short from up here. Quite a pump on the market. VIX is not really showing me why that's happening. We're at the pre-market low now. Trump saying the war won't last much longer. Do we believe him? Oil at 104 bounce. We break under 103. Yep. Okay. Chased it with one this time. We are up here at resistance. I would love to get the prior day high breakout, but that clearly did not work for us earlier. Seeing it hit resistance here, I'm taking it off. $10 profit. Up 114. Now, what happens when you're on TopStep and you need to lose money? You just open, close, open, close, open, close. You lose about $1 every time on like fees and movement. Okay. Works better when we're chopping. Okay, 53. Crazy candles on the VIX. Oil's getting a bounce. $103.80 on the oil. We are 30 points away from the high. There's the VIX bounce on the UVXY. As long as it doesn't reject from the same spot, we're heading back down. Yeah, I'm short 3. Not 1. Out 2. I'm seeing oil flying down, so this is not a short that I want to stay a long time in. I like the volume on the UVXY to potentially short from. But oil is getting a pretty serious pullback. Okay, I added up here at the top of the range, and I'll exit if we start to break above highs. Whoa, big pop up. Shorted it. Love the top wick on the 2-minute. UVXY is not putting in much of a fight here at these lows. Pre-market low about 40 cents below, which is about where the high of the day is on NQ. All right. Okay, seeing some green. Out one, out two. First one was about break even-ish. All right, and I'm out. Just little scalps here and there. 130 on the day. Now, let's go lose some more money on TopStep. Not too much, though, because we only need to lose 50. Got it down to 40. 30. 28. 43. Whoa, there's some action happening. Actually gained on that one. From 30 to 40. Sorry. All right. Okay, 31. 15. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. It's a process, guys. It's a process. See the bottom wick forming. UVXY got a bounce, though. Excuse me. My voice is starting to fail. Might be about time to call it a day. Trading okay at this moment. Okay. Oh, we're only $2 away. Let's wait for the market to slow down a little bit. We could even leave it there. We could call it there. Man, I could have held the short way longer, but that's okay. I'm not upset about it. UVXY and oil both got big old bounces. It was a pretty easy trade, just shorted from resistance. Now we're going to see what happens. VIX gapped up. So gappy. So gappy on here on the 2-minute. Let's go over to the 5. Okay, oil's testing 104. Oh, no, not you. Not trying to draw at this moment. Thank you. You get a rejection off of 104, I would go long here. Off of an EMA bounce on 500 test. Get an oil rejection. I'm long one. Oh, oil did not get the 104 rejection yet. There it is. Hello. Hello. Not getting a lot of follow through, however. I like the red that I see on the UVXY. There we go. Oil at 103.93. Stop is at break even. What a good trade this was, guys. Saw that this oil was getting a little slick up here at the top. VIX might put in a doji here on the 5. We do have an EMA above, which is bumping our head right now. Bump, bump, bump. Like being in a long here. Okay, there goes oil down. Oh, we're getting a bit of a, again, I get a bit of a rejection here. You can see it in my trade of 8. This this EMA cross was muy bueno, but now it's providing a little bit of a ceiling above. All right, let's get above that EMA. Very good, very good. I'm going to take it out there. There's a nice push. There's a nice little $40 trade on 1 micro. It's fun times. I'm seeing VIX 10-minute with a bit of a alarming bottoming candle. That's why I got out when I did. I got the 10-minute. I know there's a gap here, but once this gap fills up, I think then the mega bounce on VIX happens. Didn't quite fill it. Remember I told you VIX was gapping all around? I think we go 2750 test and then we dump the market. It's just my feeling. See what happens. And above. Top wick forming here. Again, this would be, okay, there's the VIX filling that gap on 2750s. Let's see if this is where we sell from. $27.57. VIX by falling. Oil is bumping its head against 104. Back over 104. Rejected 104. Will we continue upwards? Oil's rejecting 104 at this moment. Indecision here. I'm gonna wait and see what the VIX does. It's filled its gap on the 10. See if the 2 minutes got filled up. Yeah, that took care of all the 2 minutes. There might be a little one down there still. Oil's falling. Market's putting in a top wick though. Yep, there's the VIX bounce. Oil over 104. All right, I'm short again. Out of 1. Stop at break even. There's the VIX bounce that I was expecting. Could have gotten in a little earlier on this short, but it's okay. Okay, we were waiting to confirm. We wanted that oil over 104. Got that VIX bounce. This is now where NQ could hold support. Even kind of an SR flip area. I don't think it bounces there. Going to, yep. Staying short. It is a 500 test, so I'm going to go ahead and take it there, a little under 500, as I saw the top wick, sorry, the bottom wick forming. and a top wick form on UVXY. That's a smart exit right there off of a short. I'm not always very comfortable holding shorts a long time, especially in a bullish uptrend market. That's a counter trend trade. We don't want to hold on to that too long because it's too easy to get smacked in the face. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me. It's 11:30 a.m. I am going to just go ahead and call it a day. Love you guys. Thanks for joining me. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a good one.